So my boyfriend got offloaded on the first day of his flight, and I don't want you guys to experience the same. And the reason behind that is very funny. Yung manok. Yung manok. Hi guys, this is Angel, and I am very much excited to share with you guys this topic because this is one of the most requested one. You've been sending me DMs and comments on my video about this, and I wanted to share this video. Actually, I was having a second thought if I want to create a video like this because it's very confidential, I guess, in a way that there are a couple of things that I don't want to disclose when my fiance started processing for his visa from Pakistan to Philippines, and there's a lot of, there's a lot of that happen, but yeah, I'll see what I can do to share most of it. So I made a couple of notes because I don't want to miss any single information because I know this will change your life. Kapag nakapunta na dito yung BF mo, everything will change for sure. Okay, so let's dive into the requirements. So let's start from your requirements first as the person who is inviting your boyfriend to come over to the Philippines. Like when I processed my my requirements, it was only three informations that I need to compile from my side. First is, and this is one of the, this is the most important thing that you need to compile, is the invitation letter. So the way you're gonna make your invitation letter, I can send over my invitation letter because it has some specific information that you need to add in there, and then after that, it needs to be notarized or authenticated by the lawyer. I'm sorry about that because there's a lot of air going on in my house. You need to compile the invitation letter, then I can send over my sample. Just let me know, just send me a DM. And then after you compile that, go to the lawyer and then have them notarize the whole document itself. And nangyari kasi sa akin noon is, let's be honest, guys. Our country, I don't know if it's just me, but from my experience, when when whenever I'm going to a certain lawyer and then sinasabi nila, when I said like, can you notarize this invitation letter for my boyfriend, and they would ask you like, oh, what is his nationality, something like that. And if I tell them about, if I tell them that he's a Pakistani, they would have this kind of, I don't know, but this one is like they have this brow raising kind of thing. So it just made me feel sad kasi kasi kapag sinasabi na he is from Pakistan, they would have that, they would directly say na, why are you not finding foreigners from, you know America or UK? Why did you choose to be in a relationship with a Pakistani, something like that. So I don't want to dive into that because this is like one of the sensitive topic that I don't want to, talk about because this is like a huge discussion. Pero sa mga nanonood nito, hopefully hindi naman tayo magkaroon ng ganun ganun na mindset na kapag most of the Filipinas kasi we're having relationship with the first world countries, but kasi iniisip nila kaagad siguro na, like we're doing it just to get out from our poverty, something like that. But no, we're not. We're not doing that for, like we're not having a relationship with foreigners because of that. The main reason that we are having relationship with them is because we felt the loved, and the support and that genuine connection, felt that genuine love that we never felt before from any other person. My experience was when I go to a lawyer and then I asked him to sign that letter. He was asking me a lot of questions. First question he was asking is, do you have any picture of him? Can I saw him? Like, what's his family background? Something like that. Because I will just say this, they will try to make sure that your partner is not going here for any terrorist attack, which is really ridiculous. Like, we have this kind of mindset talaga na I wanted to change. Like, as a Filipina who have a relationship with a Pakistani, I wanted them to know that Pakistan is not like that. Pakistani are good people, good boyfriends, good fiancés, good husband, and they are so loving. I mean, they could do anything for their loved one. Oh my God, I've talked too much. I was just venting. It just made me, reminisce all those times where I felt like this is, it just makes me feel like you're a lawyer. Why are you thinking like that? I mean, you're raised better than that, or like you've studied better than that. And why are you thinking, and why you have that mindset? I mean, like, once you have your invitation letter notarized by the lawyer, you have to authenticate it from the DFA. So, yung ginawa ko is, since nandito ako sa Iligan City, sa Mindanao, I've I've go to Cagayan's DFA office, and then I just yung nangyari is, I think I've spent 50 pesos only para sa authentication, and then it will take 3 days for them to process everything, and then they would call you if your invitation letter is ready. I'm not really sure kung ano pa yung mga kinumpile ko, kasi there's a different requirements as well when you're trying to authenticate your document. So aside from the invitation letter itself, you need to go to a judge. Yeah, there's that thing that you need to, I mean, like the invitation letter needs to be authenticated by the judge in your city, and then once it is authenticated, you have to go to the DFA in Cagayan or any nearest DFA office in your place, and then have them authenticated again, that document. And it will take 3 days to process it. Once it's done, then you can they will eventually notify you through text or email that you can get the documents. Get the barangay clearance after that, after you finish all the invitation letter matter. After the barangay clearance, you need to, if you have, I mean, this is just optional, if you have a bank statement, it would be great if you could accompany your requirements with all of that, kasi ikaw yung nag-invite ng fiancé mo, or ng boyfriend mo, or yung husband mo. It's better that you have proof of income. I mean, like, it could be your income or your family's income. Like, for example, your father, basta the same surname lang kayo. So yun yung ginawa ko. I've compiled my bank statement for the last 3 months, and then once I have all those documents, I send it through to go here in my place, and then it reached to his place for at least 2 weeks. And yeah, just that I compiled my I mean, like, I finished my side, I've done my part. Okay, guys, so once you're done from your side, then it's time for your partner to work and compile his requirements. There are 11 requirements that he needs from his side. So aside from the visa application, kasi I think he needs to get the application from the embassy itself. I think there are two appointments you need to take. First is the visa application. I mean, there should be some pre-interview something, and then the review is the finale, which is the I call it the judgment, because it's when the time they will decide if they will give you the visa or not. This is the reason why we really need to have all the requirements ready. Okay, guys, now let's dive into your partner's requirements. There are 11 of them, and I listed them all out because I wanted to make sure that I don't miss any information, because this is very important. This is the key to everything. Okay, fine. So first requirements is the two printout of copies for his visa application. So he just need to print it out. Like, he will have his visa application with a barcode on it once he start processing. So I think there are two appointments. First appointment will be the visa it's going to be like a pre-interview. So I don't know what kind of like interview will that be, but I can ask my fiance about it, and I can just drop it into the comment. on some of the questions that they will be asking. And second requirement is 2 pieces passport size color photograph with a white background. So ask your fiance to take new photo. It should be like for at least 3 months that it was taken. And for the third requirements, original and a passport copy of the applicant with at least 6 months validity. So it's the original and the photocopy, yeah, and the photocopy of his passport. So we need that. Fourth is to print out copies of the applicant's national ID. Don't worry, guys, I will drop all of this in the comment section below. The fifth is the original and 2 printout copies of notarized letter from the President of the Philippines. So this is our invitation letter. Remember that we sent out to your partner, to our partner, and it needs to be notarized by the judge, by the lawyer, and by the DFA, who is inviting the applicant with attached passport copy or valid ID attested by Department of Foreign Affairs, Manila. Okay, so this is what I forgot. You need to after you send over the invitation letter, it will be great if you have like a print out copy of your passport, like from the Philippines. It needs to be attached inside the invitation letter. But once you're in DFA, they would ask that, so that's one of the requirements, your passport copy. Next is original and 2 printout copies of barangay certificate from the residence of sponsor in the Philippines. So this is one of the requirements that we sent out, remember, to our partner. 7 is the original and copy of police clearance of the applicant attested by the Foreign Office, Pakistan. So this is from your partner's side. So he needs to have his latest police clearance. I think every 3 months mag-expire yung police clearance nila. So they have to get their recent one. 8 is the original and 2 printout copies of their bank statement of the applicant attested by Foreign Office, Pakistan. So all of these requirements need to be attested. Hindi lang siya basta-basta nakuha mo lang siya sa bank mo and then you don't have to do anything after that. You need to make it attested by Foreign Office, Pakistan. Or so original 2 copies and the original 2 copies print out of bank statements of the sponsor. So ito yung bank statement na remember na sinend ko. Let's take note of this. If your Pakistani partner have their bank statement already and you don't have to worry about it kasi it's either sa inyong dalawa. So if my bank statement ka, mas maganda, and may bank statement din siya, mas maganda din yun kasi the more chances of winning. And 8 requirement is original and 2 printout copies of certificate of employment if your partner is employed, but if they have their business, then they need to have original and 2 printout copies of business accreditations if business or self-employed. So you just have to take note of this, guys. It needs to have the printout and the original one. 9 requirements is 2 printout of copies of the round trip flight itinerary of applicant. So this is like the ticket itinerary. And is 2 printout copies of the vaccination certificate. So since we have COVID, we need to have that certificate. And those are the requirements, guys. There are 10 of them. But these are like partial. So if hindi, kasi it will still depend on our Philippine embassy there. So if they need more information, like for example, they're kind of hesitant of what you guys are talking about, like during the interview, so they will ask more information or they would ask more requirements. So it is better, guys, na kapag yung partner mo ay nasa, interview na siya, mas mabuti na sabihin niya yung, like, it would be great if he can tell every single information in a truthful way. Kasi kapag may mga pasikot-sikot ka pa, they would kind of like have this mindset na, or have this kind of judgment na, I think he's going to Philippines for something else, not for meeting his wife or, fiance. So just tell how in love you are, okay? That's the key to everything. I know it's a lot of work to do. I know it's a long road to walk. But once your boyfriend is here and you guys are on that day na na-meet niyo yung isa't isa, hindi mo na siya maiisip na what you've gone through. Like, it's just gonna be all worth it. I mean, the word worth it is not even enough to describe that kind of feeling. Like, okay, so a couple of important tips, guys, and I hope that you will take note of this. Kasi nangyari na ito sa boyfriend ko, and I don't want you to experience the same. And it was kind of the worst feeling ever, yung feeling na yung super lapit niyo na, but there are still problems crossing the way, and makes you feel like, oh my god, is this going to happen? Or okay, so the first tip, guys, is if your partner, if your Pakistani partner can afford someone who can help them process everything, or like even guide them or advise what to do first before applying visa, it would be so great. It is going to be super helpful, guys, kasi alam nila yung anong dapat gawin, and then they would have, kasi you, there, first thing that happened to my boyfriend is there's like an appointment set up so that he can get the visa application. And before that happened, that person who helped my boyfriend, he said that he is like a consultant, so he's telling you what to do and what not to do. And then what happened is, once we have everything compiled, he sent that over to Manila embassy, like the Philippine embassy here in Manila, if those requirements are good enough to proceed to the Philippine embassy in Pakistan. After our embassy confirmed here in the Philippines, sinabi nila na this are good to go, then that's the time na pumunta yung boyfriend ko doon sa embassy natin sa Pakistan, so that he could have the appointment for the visa. So by that, he already knew that what he has, like all the requirements he has, is good to go, and those requirements are really necessary. So I would really suggest that, guys, if your partner can take that, then it would be great, because it's really good if there's someone who is giving you advice on things, especially a consultant, because there's 101% of your fiance or your boyfriend getting their visa approved. Second tip, guys, to avoid offloading. So this had happened to my boyfriend. So he got offloaded on the first day of his flight. And you know the reason why? This is the part where I'm saying I don't want to disclose this information, because this is so ridiculous. I don't want to disclose it. But I will, because this is for you guys to be informed, and para hindi na rin kayo matulad ng boyfriend ko na he need to spend extra amount of money so he could fly. You gotta make sure that you have these three things on you. First is all the requirements. You have the visa, the passport, the like every paper requirements or documents you have, bring it, please. Second is you need to have a hotel reservation for 1 month during your whole stay in the Philippines. You could try Agonda. I think you could book for like the whole month without paying upfront, so try that. And the third one is you have to have at least 2,500 USD cash on your pocket. And this is the funny thing. Embassy did not ask that to my boyfriend when he came over. What he has at that time is only 1,500 USD. And then he has all the documents, but he doesn't have the hotel reservation. Kasi thinking na, because I put it on my invitation letter that he will be staying in the house. Hence, we did not, book any kind of hotel because of that, because I've included that in my invitation letter. But the immigration in the airport is actually so weird. I mean, there's a lot of things that had happened, and the reason behind that is just because of money. So I don't want to put into detail of what really happened during that day. And if you have all this information, then hindi na sila magkakaroon ng reason for you to be, put on upload or something like that. Kasi nangyari sa boyfriend ko, they asked extra money from him. So I think he gave 500 USD just for him to get onboarded. I am very sorry about the noise guys kasi umulan dito. So I will just finish this video with a good luck message to you and your partner. Alam ko na you guys are waiting for this moment and just keep on doing your best. Yeah, just don't mind about all the requirements. Alam ko na it's very overwhelming, super, especially kapag nagko-compile ka pa. But after that, at the end of the day, this is what you're waiting for many years. Hopefully this video helps, and if you like the video, please subscribe to my small YouTube channel. I will see you guys in the next video, and good luck, couples.